Hi everybody, this is M from DIYM, and so I think I bought this quite a while ago, and I gave it as a gift to somebody who really loves books, really loves reading, which I thought this was such an amazing idea. So this is actually from the Knock Knocks company, or series of things. I have their grocery list to keep me organized. I think that they're brilliant, honestly. I think that this is such a cute idea in general, but I also think that it's kind of cool that you could take this idea and make it yourself. You could DIY it and gift it to a friend. So this is a personal library kit. I want to make it even more personal by taking people's aesthetics into account. So taking their favorite colors, maybe their favorite books, that sort of thing, and just making something that they would be really interested in and proud to have. It's just a fun kit for them to customize to and make themselves. To me, this is a great idea in general, but this is also almost like a starter idea. And I love how small and compact this is in general, but I'm basically going to take this not even a step further, because I honestly think that there's some really great ideas in this in general, but I just feel like I could tailor this a little bit more to suit people in my life, even myself. So yeah, it's cool. So this kit comes with library pockets, library cards, so it has the title, the author of the book, and then it says loan to. I actually didn't reference this originally for this video, but I kind of got the idea from this. It says loan to, date, phone number on here, which I think is really cool. And then it has a little date stamp, and then it has a stamp pad and a little pencil, which I think is so cute. So again, I'm going to take this a little bit further, and I'm going to show you what I did specifically for somebody's present. And I'm not finished the present here. I will finish it in the end of this video, but this is the inspiration for this DIY craft that I wanted to do for somebody's birthday. Actually, I have a few people in mind who love books and even lend out books to people, so I think it'd be really good for them to have their own stuff for their own personal library. I'm going to do one for myself, mainly just to show you guys what you can do. So originally I wanted to make a book box for this, and it almost looked like a binder anyways, but it ended up being too big for the paper I had. If I had specific bookbinding material that I could cover the book with, that might have actually worked out pretty well. It didn't fully work to the best of my ability. So I ended up getting a binder, just a 1-inch spine binder. You can get something bigger if you'd like, but I feel like this is good enough for this project. I also got, I've had this in another video, these card pocket sheets when you're a card collector. So I have this. I'll show you what I'm going to do with this, but I thought that this was kind of a fun idea too. And just regular page protectors. So I thought having this stuff would be really beneficial. And then I'm just going to show you some of my printouts that I made as well for this. I've already kind of put this together. I made this cool printout. I love a lot of different colors in general, but some of my 3 favorite colors are pink, purple, and I like light blue, but other blues and stuff are nice too. I also have been really into green as well. But yeah, I love all sorts of different colors. I love how colors play with each other. So, and just colors in general. But, so what I did was, so I just put this in, then I'm going to cut certain things down and whatnot. I just made a cover for this binder, and I made a pattern a while ago, a book pattern. It looks like books are just falling down. It's like a seamless pattern, and I made it to give to somebody as a present for socks, like somebody that really loved to read. And I ended up taking those particular icons that I made in Illustrator and Photoshop, and then I arranged them in a way that I thought would be really cute. I'm going to show you, I sort of altered the pattern to have different colors as well, and you're going to see them in this. So anyways, I just did a personalized library book kit, and you can just do whatever font you want. I think this is Cooper STD. I just used that for this particular little library book kit, and then I just did it in white and did a stroke. I think it was like a 10-point stroke around the lettering here, so it stood out a little bit more. I made the words with different font sizes. I think this was like a 30 or something like that. So, and then I just did this on the back. It just says personalized library book kit. So this is the same Cooper STD font, just a little smaller. And then same with this. And then right here is an Arial font. And I also just outlined the font with a black stroke. And it says, this kit has been personalized just for you. You can cut out your own library cards and envelopes with the paper provided or your own paper. Have fun keeping track of the books from your own personal library with this adorable kit. So the kit includes library card, pocket die, and I will show you that in just a second. Personalized library card sheets to cut, a few library cards cut out and ready to use, which I will be doing in this video. I haven't done this quite yet. Pattern paper sheets for envelopes to cut, And then same with this, a few envelopes cut and ready to use. I will be doing that later. This book belongs to stickers. I also have to cut those out. A library book sign out sheets, bookmarks, and a date stamp. Okay, so and I'll show you what I have on the inside here. So this is actually just spines. So in case I just do a bunch of these binders, I'm just going to cut out these, and then I'm just going to stick this on the spine to make it look like an actual book. This project did take a long time to craft, I feel. It took me quite a few days to actually get this stuff together, and I'm still going to do a lot of cutting. So I printed out an 8.5 by 11 sheet of pretty much everything in here. So this only fit quite snugly too 6 library cards that I made myself. So it has from the library of Emily Regazzino. So it's personalized specifically to me. So you can do this for a friend. Again, find out what their favorite colors are, maybe a few different colors, and then combine those onto something like this. So I love pink, purple, and blue. So I have purple line work here, pink background, and little blue words for my card. And this specifically fits in this die that I'm going to show you a little bit when I'm done flipping through here. I made it the size of the die so you can easily cut it out with this die. Or if you don't have the die, if I don't provide the die in the kit, because there's a couple things that I may not provide in a kit, depending on the person I'm gifting to, the person can just cut it out themselves, just with scissors. The die just provides a cute stitch mark just to make it a little bit extra cute. The bookmark itself, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the bookmark. I just kind of did this bookmark to sort of not waste paper when I'm printing stuff up, but also I'm going to laminate this later, and I'm going to cut off a bunch of these, laminate them, and then I'm going to stick some of these in the book. So it's almost like personal branding. So that's really cool. I have a lot of these files set up so I can easily play with the colors, change out the fonts, whatever, all that sort of stuff. So I think it's really cool. So I could technically tailor this to whoever. I could give this to somebody, and if they don't love fully how I personalized it for them, maybe they want to personalize it further, we could always do that together on the computer digitally, and then I can print out a bunch more and then just give that to them as well. So I think that that's cool. So I'm just printed up a few of these. I'm going to cut out 6 of these, 1 page basically. I'm just going to cut off the rest of this. I'm just going to stick the page of the 6 per page in this page protector. So that's what I'm going to do in the future. This is my own pattern. I made a seamless pattern in Photoshop and Illustrator. So this is the same books that you see here, but just sort of splayed out in this pattern. I think there's an extra book in here that you just didn't see originally. So I have this cool pattern specifically for colors that I will enjoy, and I think the recipient might enjoy as well. And then I made on the back, I kind of did this polka dotted thing. So this is actually going to be the paper. I'm just going to trim off the white edges for this. Nothing too major, but I think this is going to be the paper I'm going to use specifically for the envelopes that you can cut out. So I'm going to give a lot of this pattern paper. And again, they can always take whatever pretty pattern paper they want. Maybe they got it from 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and they can just cut out their own stuff with their own die. Or if they want to, if I didn't provide a die for them, maybe they're not a die cutter, because the person I'm going to give to is a die cutter, but I'm going to also give it to people who don't die cut. So what they could potentially do is they could also cut out their own. If you don't cut out everything for them, they can cut out their own using the template of one of the pockets that you've cut out specifically, because I want to cut out at least a few pockets just to give them something to work with at first. So they can cut out their own using that template on whatever paper they'd like. So I think that that's kind of a cool concept. But anyways, I basically made the polka dots the exact same colors as are in here, just so that when you fold things over, you're going to have stuff that will play nicely together. Again, it's very branded, a lot of the same colors and stuff going on. I did this. I also played with some plain designs, but this is this book belongs to sticker, so printed out on sticker paper. So I'm going to cut this out. I will probably round the corners on it, and you don't necessarily have to do that, but I probably will round the corners on this. I'll cut that out in the future. I also have, this is kind of cool too, I cut out this already last night. This is just on regular printer paper, not cardstock. Most of the stuff is on cardstock or sticker paper depending, but this is the regular printer paper, and this is a sign out sheet for people just to keep track of the books in case you say lose the cards. So basically put book borrower's name, the contact info, so i.e. phone number or email, and then there's book title, the date borrowed, and then the date returned, so that you can keep track of your books. Who wouldn't want this? I feel like this is kind of such a cute kit for book people. Honestly, you could probably even tailor this and make this for, say, somebody loves lending out their videos or something. Say they have actual hard copies of videos and they want to show people, I don't know, say they have DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever. They want to show people some stuff that they have and they want to lend that out. I know that a lot of people don't use that much nowadays because of streaming services, but I heard that people are starting to get back into that sort of stuff. Whether I'm right on that, I don't know. But I still have personally a video collection. I really love it. It's a huge library practically, but you could do something similar to that. Say somebody really loves movies and they love lending out movies and showing people stuff. So this way you can keep track of your stuff and you know who still has stuff and who you've lended things out to and if they return it or not. So I think that that's really cool. This I provided. I'm going to show you a little bit later what I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to stick the cutout cards in here. But I figured this would be kind of cool to have almost like a little organizer for your little cards and stuff. And you can organize it any way you'd like. You could even label it, whatever you'd like to do. That's why I provided a pocket sheet protector. This is a library pocket die. So this is, again, for somebody who has a die cutter machine. So I'm providing this because I know this person has a die cutter machine, will probably love this kit in general, but also will love crafting and making this stuff as well. So this is actually a shaker die. You can make really cool embellished library shakers. I just provided some pictures of how it should look. You don't have to make it into a shaker. You can make it flat, which is what I intend to do personally with this. But yeah, so you can actually make a library card with this. You can make a whole pocket with this. And I have my own, so I'm going to be using my own to be cutting stuff out, but this is one that I'm just providing for my friend. And then I bought this on AliExpress. So these are both from AliExpress. So this is from the KS Craft store. I don't remember the exact store that I bought this from, but if I can, I will try to link the link down below for this. This is cool, even though it's kind of large probably for the cards, but you can always make things blank and just provide a small little date if you wanted to. Or you can take this and add this stuff to the sign out sheet because it's a little bit wider there for the dates. Or you can just draw in stuff yourself, whatever. You can even provide, if you wanted, pens, pencils, an ink thing for this specifically as well in your kit. I'm personally not going to do that because I know that this person has all this stuff already in general, but I feel like that would also make the kit even a little bit more complete as well. Kind of similar concept to the original inspiration. But this is kind of cool because I find when you get these kind of little stamp things, they already have so many dates on there already when you buy them. This is kind of cool that you're not limited to those particular years. So you can change the numbers on all of that. And you can even provide little columns for each number so you can separate things a little bit more. But yeah, I like the fact that this was very customizable and it has all these different numbers and little slashes and things like that so you can play with that. But yeah, so I provided that in a little tiny holographic bag, and then I put a little binder clip at the top like this. This is from Maped. But anyways, I just put this binder clip on there so they can easily take this off. The binder closes pretty easily with this. It bulges a little bit, but you can always take that off. But I feel like it kind of works nicely with this and it keeps everything nice and contained. But anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the stuff out. I'm not going to even show you what I'm doing. I will be cutting this stuff out off screen, laminating things like the one-sided lamination video. I'll just be trimming this down, cutting a few of these out, actual pockets, and then cut some of these down. So I still have a little bit of work to do, not too much hopefully, but I'm going to do that and then I will come back and I will show you the results of this, and then you'll have a really cool kit that you could potentially give to somebody if you save the files nicely. I save mine as a TIFF, and I normally do a resolution of 300 just so it's nice and clear and crisp. I normally try to do PNG files if I can, and this is always on 8.5 by 11 paper because I just have a printer. I can print 8.5 by 11 papers on really nicely. It's a color printer as well. Hopefully that will help somebody. And I did this mostly in Photoshop, a lot of this stuff. So if you arrange files in that way and you have all the stuff laid out, especially if you're a Photoshop Illustrator master, I think this is a really, really fun DIY present to give to somebody. And then yeah, you'll have the files and then they can hopefully arrange the fonts however they want if they don't really love the fonts and stuff that you've chose, the colors that you've chosen, all that sort of stuff. Maybe if you want to, you can even leave this blank and they can decorate it themselves. There's so many different things you can potentially do just to make this more customizable and fun for the person that's receiving it. Anyways, I'm going to finish this off and I will show you guys that. Okay, so it looks like there's a bit of a mess happening here. So this is my own library card envelope die. I just wanted to show you guys really, really quickly when you're cutting things out of the paper, because I didn't trim this off because I didn't really need to, specifically for the ones that I was just going to cut out stuff. So I trimmed up the other ones to gift to people, but I didn't trim off the ends for the ones that I was already cutting things with. But when I was die cutting, try to remember to, because I almost forgot myself, to make sure if the pattern is directional, you want it to be a specific way. It doesn't matter if it's more stripes or polka dots or something that's a pretty basic pattern. So if there's more of a directional pattern going on, you're going to want to pay attention to that when you're cutting things out and try to cut it out in the exact same way. So that's what I did here. I got 3 of this part of the pocket. I'll show you that in a second. And then 2 of this part of the pocket on one sheet of this paper. So it really doesn't cut out a lot, unfortunately. So if the person that I'm gifting to feels like there's not enough paper, which it probably won't be, I can always print up more. I just gave them a few so they
can say use 12 by 12 paper, any kind of paper that they want. But if they want more, they can always come to me, or I can give them the digital file that I have, and then they can print up their own if they'd like as well. So there's that. And then I just wanted to show you guys on the die, so you can sort of see that there's a bit of a score line here. It's actually not the easiest thing to fold. You might want to score it a little bit more if you're using the same die, but what I did is I tried to bend it very carefully, and then I tried to bend it both ways. I would tape this down with double-sided tape because I think that that would be the easiest thing. You could always glue it down too, but especially if the glue dries really quickly, but I feel like double-sided tape is really, really good. And you can always gift double-sided tape to your recipient as well, but it's supposed to be, you put the tape or glue down here, and then you put this on here. So it should look good either way if you have the polka dots showing, or obviously if you want it all the same pattern like that, or like this, or again, you could always have the polka dots showing. So there's at least 4 different ways you could do it. So I'm not going to actually assemble any of these. I'm just going to bend one just to show what you can do with this particular envelope. And then obviously, whichever way you want it, you glue it down or you tape it down. I would double-sided tape it down personally inside your book. So that's kind of cool. And I actually was able to cut out the book spine. I don't know if you can see that very well. Pretty well, just to fit in this part. And it was a little bit difficult shoving it in at first. What I did was I opened up the book and I found it was a little easier to get this spine in there. So then I did laminate these guys the same way that I did on my video, the one-sided lamination. So I'm going to link that down below for you guys. Also, I have a few of these bookmarks from my other bookmark video that I did. One of them has been taken. My husband, I gave him the Puss in Boots one because he really liked that one. So I think this person likes cats that I'm going to gift to. So I'm just going to put that in there and gift that to them. If you cut things smaller, or maybe you have a larger bag or something like that, you can always put them in a little bag or put it in a pocket that you've made yourself. There's so many different ways to gift this, but give them at least a couple bookmarks. If they're book lovers, they're going to appreciate a bookmark. So then I cut down this. If you guys remember originally, this had the bookmarks that I just laminated. So just cut that down so that it's just these guys showing. And I'm gifting the plain paper that I've trimmed up, and I'm going to gift these guys as well. So I put 6 of each just to make things a little easy for whoever your recipient is. So I did that. I also cut down these stickers. So this is my personal stickers that I can use. For the recipient, I decided to leave it plain so they can embellish it however they'd like. I put a little sketch on there that I found that was a little inspirational. Came from the Velveteen Rabbit. I just think a touch of whimsy is always nice. You don't have to necessarily do that, but yeah, I felt like doing something like that for myself. But if somebody else likes this idea, I can always put some sort of sketch in there. Maybe they have a favorite book and there's something cute that you can sort of add to that digitally. That's cool. If not, they can always embellish it with whatever they like on the side, stickers or whatever the heck they want. I did round out the edges with my corner punch. I did round out the edges too of my bookmark as well. So I used this a few times in this project. As you know, I like using my corner punch. This was already done, as you already saw in this video. And then I put the already cut cards in here. So when they're pre-cut, you can just stick them in here. Or if you want to, you can just get another one of these kind of bags and you can stick it in with these guys too, if you'd like to do that. But yeah, these guys I just put in here just so that you can get an idea that you can organize things in there if you wanted to. You can always gift a couple of these or maybe more, these sheets, but it's up to you. And then yeah, as I said, I gave them a library card pocket die, but you don't necessarily have to do that. And I gave them one of these little date stamps, which I think is really cute. As I said, you can always give a pencil, pen, a little ink if you have something like this as well. I know that that person that I'm gifting to already has stuff like that, so I don't think it's necessary. You can always gift stickers as well. Obviously, I gifted stickers technically with the This Book Belongs To thing, so they're kind of like useful stickers, but if you want to give somebody a little extra fun, you can do that too. But for the vast majority of this is pretty much done. I might just put a little ribbon around it, put a little card in there, whether it's inside the book or outside, doesn't matter. I normally like to do it outside the present, but you do you. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I really liked doing this, and I hope you guys liked seeing it, because I thought that this was a really fun thing to personalize. And yeah, my friend's birthday is right around the corner, and now I can make this for a few other people. Oh, another thing you could do potentially is if you really want to personalize it, you can always put their name on down here or something like that, or you You can put an initial. I was gonna stick on a puffy sticker, like an initial or something like that on this heart. Binder projects, I don't know. I find that this one's unique and fun and cute, and I'm gonna show you guys some other binder projects I think in the future, just so you guys can see the cool stuff that you can do with binders. Anyways, guys, I really hope you like this project. Hope you try it yourself, especially if you're an artist and you're looking for like a new unique thing to give somebody. This is a great paper project. If you work with paper, just something simple but not too simple, because it still requires quite a bit of work to get all the digital files together and all that sort of stuff. But that's personally what I gifted in here, and I hope that gave you guys some cool ideas. This could be for birthdays, Christmas, anniversaries, anything. There's all sorts of different gift-giving holidays, as you know. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with somebody, especially if you think that they'd like this sort of content. Yeah, I really, really liked doing this project. Okay, I hope you guys all have a good one, and take care. Have an awesome day. Bye!